And chances for students who need a fresh start. Learn how easy it is at newgateschool.org.
Wayfinder Life-Changing Travel is back for Season 2. Join us as we explore breathtaking natural beauty and the layered history of destinations around the world.
One of the things that really struck me about my time in Alaska, there's just a more dramatic starkness where the water and the land meet. It really is just a magical landscape.
So come along as Season 2 takes off. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Wayfinder, and listen now.
The Dave Ryan Show is live on your radio, your smart device, and now your TV. Subscribe to Dave Ryan TV on YouTube and stream us live.
Let's talk to Pastor Kathryn. We're a multi-denominational show. We welcome all denominations, but all of us grew up, basically going to like a Christian United Church of Christ.
That's where I go.
Did you? Okay. And then there's like your Lutherans and you got your Catholics and, got whatever.
All of that.
And so we like to think we know a lot of the stuff that we're supposed to know. But here to quiz us this morning is a genuine, board-certified Pastor Kathryn. Hello, Kathryn.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you. Now, pastor is a title like a doctor, or is that a position? So what's the difference between a reverend and a pastor?
Ooh, good question.
Title, really. It just depends on what people want to say. So if I'm using my formal title, it'll probably be Reverend Doctor. But if you're talking to me just in conversation, you'll probably say Pastor Kathryn.
Pastor Kathryn. Okay. Or just pastor for short.
You could, or just Kathryn.
Or just Kathryn. You're pretty casual. See, my guy was Reverend Natelli, and Reverend Natelli he was larger than life, and he spoke like this. God, it was painful and boring, but he was a lovely person.
My pastor's name was Pastor Cox.
Jenny,
I'm serious. COX.
We've got a reverend on the phone.
It was my pastor's name. My mom will text me right now and tell me.
Yeah, tell you the
I also know a Reverend Hooker. So
Reverend Hooker.
Wow.
Okay. Well, Pastor Kathryn, so did you say you're also you have a doctorate?
I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have Doctor of Ministry.
I'll bet you know a lot of Psalms.
Probably.
And Proverbs,
most
too.
Most of them.
Okay, most of the Psalms and some of the Proverbs. So we're going to do a little quiz here to find out how much. But before we get started with the quiz, you're in South Carolina. North Carolina. I always get it wrong.
Let me see this.
Pastor Kathryn, I told them right before this, too.
Yeah.
It's all good, Jenny. It's all good.
How did you find our show living all the way in North Carolina?
Well, I'm a gopher.
Okay.
So I did my undergrad actually was in something totally different. I did athletic training and exercise science, and I went to the University of Minnesota and got a master's in sports psychology. And then I said, this is not what I want to do. And so I took a hard left. But I found you guys when I was out there about 25, 26 years ago.
Dang. Wow. You've grown up with Dave.
Yeah. I have. So I have been listening. And so, as I like to say, old habits die hard. And so even though I moved to North Carolina in about 2009 and found iHeartRadio and all that sort of thing, continue to listen every morning.
Well, nice. we appreciate you so much, Pastor Kathryn. And we just think it's great that like a pastor listens to our show and finds the disgusting, weird stuff we do entertaining. We think that's super cool. So,
well, I just keep praying. Has
it
got to help your soul, Dave?
Has it gotten better with the praying?
I mean, you tell me.
Okay, all right. Yes, we feel it.
Yes.
Well, let's get started with the Easter quiz. Easter is this Sunday, so Pastor Kathryn's going to give us some questions, and we're going to all see how we do. Whenever you're ready, Pastor Kathryn, take it away.
Yeah. So what is the season of the church year that we are currently in that leads up to Easter?
I got it.
I know it.
I've definitely heard it, but I don't know it.
Okay.
Is it Passover?
No, it's Lent.
Lent? What is it, Kathryn?
It is Lent.
Oh,
One for me.
Good for
Okay.
Bailey. I thought it was
gonna
Passover.
start keeping score now that I'm doing well.
Of course you will.
Judaism celebrates Passover, which is actually happening right now also.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
and
shout out to
you
the
hear about
Jews.
Passover.
I'm
Yes,
gonna do
you hear
terrible.
you hear about Passover in the Bible, because that's what we talk about, because Jesus wasn't Christian until he was a Christian.
I get it.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Jesus was a Jew. He was, okay, let's go to the next question.
Carry on.
There you go. So what is this week called?
Oh, I know it.
Can I go No, it's not Passover again.
I know it.
Holy Week. Is it
Holy Week.
Is it Holy Week?
It is Holy Week.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Jeez, Jenny, we need to get our lives together.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're going to do Vaunt.
Oh, gosh.
Vaunt is, you go to church. You're going to be the drummer in the church band. This one is for you. This question's for you, because Bailey and I, we're pretty much spot on. Let's see how you do, Vaunt.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to fail.
All right, Vaunt,
Mm-hmm.
raise your hand for this one.
Okay.
And just take a look. What was last Sunday, this most recent Sunday called, the Sunday before Easter?
It was Sunday the 29th. No. It was Palm Sunday.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay, very good,
Good
Vaunt.
job, Vaunt.
All right, one for Jenny. Here we
Made
go.
it into heaven today.
No, give me an easy one.
Look at your hand. So, Jenny, what is today called?
Today is Good Friday.
There it is.
Yes. Made it into
Easy,
heaven.
that one.
Very good.
Very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was yesterday called?
Monday, Thursday.
All right. But what does Monday mean?
Oh, geez.
Oh, Monday, Thursday. That always confused me as a youth.
The pastor tells us once a year, and I forget.
I remember.
Is it Monday? Say it.
Monday.
Maundy.
Okay.
Monday, Thursday.
Yeah, and so it's actually a Latin for mandate, mandate. So Monday so basically it's talking about the things that Jesus has to do in order to fulfill what was going to take place.
Okay, gotcha.
So Judas had to betray him and all that sort of
He
stuff.
also had to run by the Petco. Where the pets go.
No, it's not like a to-do list.
It's not. Okay, gotcha.
No.
Well, there's a couple things that do have to happen. But how many pieces of silver did Judas, get bribed with?
My mom is yelling at the radio. Oh, man.
Boy, I'm going to say 30 pieces of silver.
I wanted to say that too.
Nailed it.
30?
Yes.
Wow.
Nailed it. 30.
Okay, bet.
Did she?
job.
It's 30?
Yeah, I thought 32. I don't know why. Like 30 also. So you got
Look
it.
at that. Okay, nice.
Nailed it.
What part of my
pun-
brain
no
does
pun
that
intended.
No
that
pun
live in?
intended.
Nailed it. Stop it, Pastor.
Pastor
Okay.
Catherine.
Okay. Pastor
Oh, Good
Kathryn
Friday.
listens to the show. She's a gopher, but now she lives in Austin, Texas, and she is now doing that's a joke.
Oh, okay.
She lives in North Carolina,
Yeah.
and she listens on iHeartRadio, and she's giving a little Easter quiz. Let's see how you do. We're ready for another
All right,
question.
here is the last one, Dave. And Father Dave, channel your Father Dave.
Yes.
Here's the big one. This is the good good question to win a drink at the bar. And so it is your fun fact. How is it determined when Easter Sunday falls in the calendar year? It's an AP question.
That is an AP
Yeah,
question.
because I'm always curious about that. Sometimes it's late in April.
It sure is. Yeah.
It's
Today it's
early.
April. It's going to be April 5th, I believe. Yeah. My gosh, I'm going to say the phases of the moon, Pastor Kathryn.
You're actually onto something, Dave. You're getting close.
Okay. The
Any other
tides.
guesses?
The tides.
I read it the other day, but I don't know.
It comes the Sunday after the Twins home opener.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I'm with Dave.
That's actually pretty close. That's
Okay.
actually it's actually based on Joe Mauer's calendar. No,
Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it.
It is the first Sunday after the first full moon after the vernal or spring equinox.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
Okay. So I had something with the moons there.
Something with the moon.
You did. So basically it's figured out when the full moon is, and it's that Sunday, and then you count backwards.
Mhm.
in the 40 days, which do not include Sundays. Why does it not include Sundays? Why does Lent not include Sundays?
Because on the seventh day he rested.
Yeah, it's the Lord's Day.
Exactly. That is exactly it. It's kind of some people say it's like a mini Easter every Sunday. So because we recognize what happened. So Sundays and Lent do not count.
I'm pretty happy with how we did here this morning.
I'm writing that down. Sundays and Lent do not count. So whatever you give up, you can eat.
You haven't done one thing for Lent, Bailey.
I did really good for like 2.5 weeks.
Bailey said that she was giving up sweets for lunch, or for Lent, for lunch. For 2 days later, she had a shamrock shake or something.
That's because it was a gift. Pastor Kathryn.
No.
It's
you just ate the cookies Susan gave you.
No, I did not. The cookies are sitting right here.
Mm-hmm. You two stop fighting. Stop fighting.
Well, not to put enough extra layers of guilt on Bailey, but what does giving up sweets equate to death on a cross?
You know what? You're right, Pastor Kathryn. It doesn't equate to death on a cross.
It does not. All right. Pastor Kathryn, we love you. You're awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being on, and thanks for what you do. And happy Easter.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, happy Easter, guys. You are always a delight, and we love you down here.
You're very sweet. Thank you, Pastor. Have a great Easter.
Pray for us.
Thanks for being on KDWB. It is the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show, and now we got to get into the sinful feature on the show, the salacious and disgusting feature that we call Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
So Victoria's Secret's doing a casting call for a new angel. They have a nationwide casting call to walk the runway at Fall's fashion show. The gig comes with an IMG modeling contract. And last year, Madison Beer, Missy Elliott, and WNBA star Angel Reese walked the runway with professional lingerie models like Bahati, Adriana Lima, and Jasmine Tukes. So you could join them this year. Applications open up on Monday if you want to be a Victoria's Secret angel.
Then you should apply.
Absolutely not.
For the bit,
right.
for the storyline.
Too much things would be jiggling down that runway for me.
Olivia Rodrigo is releasing her third album, just announced it yesterday. So her album's coming out on June 12th, and we all thought that it would be a one-word title because it was Guts was the first, and
then Sour, or maybe vice versa.
Sour, and then Guts. But no, it's You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. A really long title, honestly. Yeah. That comes out on June 12th. And on her website, you can order various vinyl copies, of course, CDs, and even cassettes are available for purchase.
Oh, cool. I love that. Who has a cassette player anymore?
I do.
Do you?
I do. It's just like one of them little portable ones because I have so many cassettes and I didn't want to,
I had to buy one for all my cassettes. All my cassette players either disappeared or broke.
Oh,
so,
I love having both of you on the show because I can go to Dave for like random gear I need or like a tool or something, and I could probably go to Bailey for something I might find at an antique shop.
True.
And one of you would have it.
Yeah.
And she asked me yesterday, she said, do you have a tiny little barbecue grill? And I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
I do actually.
I need it for something.
Yep.
There's a professor at Howard University that's going to offer a course called The Cardi B, Am I the Drama, the Art, Production, Marketing, and Cultural Impact of Hip Hop. Very long name.
Cool.
But it's really cool because, so many celebrities have this class, and Cardi B has been a name in hip hop for a while. So I think to do the art, the marketing, which is very important for any artist, and, just the cultural impact is so cool.
Hillary Duff is in the dirt today. She said that Aaron Carter, who's dead now, visited her through a psychic.
She's like, well, people are going to start showing up for you. And there's someone here, Aaron, two A's, Aaron. And
you must
I was
have been like,
oh no, I was like, oh my God.
Because didn't she date him?
Possibly. I truly don't know. Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Possibly.
Florence Pugh is confirmed dating Finn Cole, who's an English actor. You probably don't know him very well unless you watched Peaky Blinders, because he was in Peaky Blinders. But they appeared together on the red carpet at an industry event recently. She posted photos of them on social media, and the couple had sparked rumors 2 summers ago already when they were spotted hanging out at a music festival. And 2 years later, I guess she finally figured it's enough to be Instagram official with him.
Speaking of Instagram, this seems strange to me, but the oldest son of Britney Spears, Sean Preston, changed his Instagram handle. He was Sean Preston Federline, and now he goes by Sean P. Spears. And so he and his mother are apparently now bonded after last weekend on their boat trip where they did some recording of her dancing around him and him just standing in a mirror. And both of her sons have shown a lot of support for her since her DUI arrest that happened last month.
And speaking of DUIs, the Martin County Sheriff's Department in Florida released a bunch of body cam footage yesterday when Tiger Woods got arrested about a week or so ago. So here's a bunch of that.
Look down on my phone, and all of a sudden, boom.
Can you tell me what happened real quick?
Yeah, I was looking down at my phone, doing a look at changing stations, and next thing you know, boom.
Are you okay? Feeling hurt?
Totally fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. Are you all right? Are you in any pain? No pain. No back pain, no neck pain?
No.
Knee?
Nope. Unfortunately for the accident, you are at fault.
Yep.
And subsequently, you are issued a citation for careless driving resulting in a crash.
Okay.
Okay, place your hands behind your back. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay, and you're under that unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're at the risk for DUI. Yes, sir. Can you just take that?
Yeah, that's a narco.
Narco?
Yeah. Okay.
Just a very gross situation. But Tiger Woods has entered rehab outside of the country now, so.
Outside of the country? Why?
I don't know.
All right.
Probably for privacy, so like the paparazzi aren't chasing him around.
Well, what are we supposed to talk about?
And probably a
What are we supposed to talk about? I mean, the Twins home opener is to. Oh, we covered that already. All right, it is a big deal on KDWB because right now, as we do every Friday, it is now No Phone Screener Friday on KDWB. Here's the way it works. We, I don't know, I came up with this a couple of years ago, and it's actually worked out really well. It's kind of a free-form thing. You call in at 651-989-KDWB, and you talk about whatever you want to, whether you want to talk about, I don't know, spring, the Twins, ask a question, ask about Jenny's mom, ask about Vaughn's engagement, something behind the scenes, ask one of us a personal pointed question, rant about something, vent, whatever you want to do. There's a couple of rules, though. You cannot plug your event or your play or your yard sale. You can't plug your Instagram or social media or your business. You cannot do a shout out. We love shout outs, but there's a time and a place, you guys. Come on. Time and a place for a shout out, and this ain't it. You do have to be at least 16 years old. You can't swear. And it always helps to have a plan, because you'll ring, and you won't be on the air. We won't even answer it until you are on the air. Okay? So it could ring for 5 minutes or more. Wow. But let it ring. If you break any of the rules, you'll hear this sound. And you will be disconnected. And we hate doing that because usually people, they're excited to be on the radio, but then all of a sudden, they break a rule.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
I love this.
We encourage you, if you're a first-time caller, don't be shy. What could go wrong? It's live radio.
What could go wrong?
You're up first on No Phone Screener Friday. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Joe from St. Paul.
Joe from St. Paul, what's up?
Guys, I'm really going through it.
What's up?
I'm going through it right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
My wife, who I love dearly, came up to me yesterday and said, "Hey, I want to take our baby to my parents for the weekend so they can spend some time with the grandparents." And that means I'm all alone all weekend for the first time in years.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I might have to order pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might have to watch basketball all weekend.
no.
Pour one out for this guy.
I don't know what to do.
I'm so sorry.
I got to get Pastor Kathryn back on the phone to say a little prayer for you because I'm sorry about that.
We'll hold hands and pray for you, brother.
Yeah,
All right.
blessings for you, Joe.
All right, next up on No Phone Screener Friday. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Lacey.
Lacey, what's up?
So I'm a newish listener, and when I first heard that you guys were doing No Phone Screener Friday, I took it as you guys were doing like no phones or screens every Friday.
No phone or screen or Friday. Okay, no. You get it now,
All right,
though.
Yeah.
Colin.
Thanks for calling in, Lacey.
Okay.
And thanks for
Thank you,
listening.
Lacey. Yeah.
She's gone.
New
She's
listener.
gone.
She's like,
I said what I said.
I'm done. Shout out Darius, who is 4 years old today, and I'll do that myself. And also shout out Mama Pam, officially retiring today from Lindsay. And let's get back on the phone here. No Phone Screener Friday. Hi, you're up next. What's your name?
Yvette,
what's up?
Yes, I'm calling to let you guys know that they have the top dog law commercials and billboards all over Chicago.
Yeah.
I just left there the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just in L.A., Yvette, and they have them all over our sister station, Kiss FM, out there, too.
Wow.
Like I turn on Kiss FM, Top Dog Law. They are spending some money.
They are.
And we love them.
We'll take it.
Thank you, Yvette. KDWB, No Phone Screener Friday. What's your name?
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. I just want to say happy Friday to everybody, and I wanted to give myself a shout out for my 20th work anniversary today.
Wow. Where do you work?
I work at a trucking company in Afton, Minnesota.
Don't forget how important trucks and trucking companies are. And you get behind one on the freeway and you're like, bah! They deliver everything. They deliver everything from groceries, water, Nintendo Switches, batteries.
Yeah.
Trucks are very important. So
Very important. So are the people that drive them.
they are. Yes. Thank you, Nancy. Happy anniversary. No Phone Screener Friday. You're up next. What's your name?
This is Stephanie.
Hi, Steph.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
Okay. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I have to. Last night, my husband and I were having dinner, and I was like, honey, the Vikings are moving to Texas. What are we going to do? Didn't you guys do that as an April Fool's joke?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. That was not real.
I believed it. And I was like freaking out. Like, what are we going to do? We have this huge stadium. We just are Twin Cities economy. We've invested so much. And my husband looks at me like, where the heck do you get this information? And I was like, well, the radio. And he was like, you're an idiot. And I was like, okay, I'm calling in on No Phone Screener Friday tomorrow and just I'm being humble and admitting it, but I'm really glad the Vikings aren't leaving.
Yeah, me too.
What am I going to do with that sweatshirt I have?
Exactly. What would you?
Yes, exactly.
It's going to come like dust.
That's funny. Thank you. That's all. Thank you. All right, No Phone Screener Friday. Time for another call. Hi, you're up next. What's your name?
Dan the Trucker.
What's up, Dan the Trucker? We were just talking about truckers and our love for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I can say that just on No Phone Screener Friday yesterday, I can say the biggest perk for a truck driver is when everybody drives in rainstorms without their freaking headlights on.
Yup. It's so annoying.
Well, that, and it's easy for us to not see you, and it's easy for us to accidentally hit you.
Especially because cars are so much smaller than trucks.
True.
Which is much more dangerous.
Exactly. That's where you think you'd have a little respect for it. But, whatever.
Do you ever have cars accidentally merge underneath your truck?
Okay, no, that
but I've had them try to merge into my truck.
Oh, well.
No, that you're thinking about the movie Christmas Vacation.
I am thinking about
where
that
the Griswolds are underneath the truck full of Christmas, the giant
has
logs.
always terrified me my whole life.
Dan, I have a question for you. Since you sit so high up, I have that experience when I drive in my camper van. What have you seen on the road? Tell us a good story.
Oh,
PG-13.
Okay, PG-13. I used to do a shuttle out to Wisconsin and back, and one day driving back, I saw a guy having fun with himself while driving.
Oh, he's playing Yahtzee or something.
Yahtzee!
Roll it, shaking the dice for sure, wasn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Drive safe. Keep it between the ditches.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if they say it anymore, but they used to.
Okay.
KDWB, No Phone Screener Friday. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. The show is going so far so good. There's no weird calls or anything so far. What are you going to bring to the show, Jenny? What do you got?
Pet peeves.
Oh, good. Okay, what do you got?
People at the end of the day that close in your specific job.
Okay.
Not saying goodnight.
Not saying goodnight to, like, if you're, like, leaving the building?
Yeah.
And not, okay.
Why does that bother you so much?
Being the last person that's there. Like,
so, like, say, are you saying like a Cub cashier and like your last customer doesn't say goodnight, or another coworker doesn't say goodnight as you're leaving?
No, just as like a small mom and pop type of rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just the last one that's the closing person at 6 p.m.
Okay.
That's when your place leaves work.
I'll tell you.
And nobody says, hey, guess what? You're going to lock up and
Goodbye.
Well, that's just rude. I mean, when I leave the show, I always wave goodbye to Vaughn.
I think Dave's the only one that says goodbye to me. I think it's just sometimes, but I think it is a little normal to just, not always say goodbye to everybody. But I can see why it might frustrate you.
I don't say goodbye to you because I usually go to a different prod studio to work for a while.
Someone does comment on the YouTube live saying, "Who cares, lady? You'll see them again in 12 hours."
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's a big deal, but if it bothers you, it bothers you.
All right, no phone screener Friday. Let's get back to it. Hi, KDWB. You're on the radio. What's your name?
Hey, happy Good Friday. It's Juanita.
There's my girl.
What up, girl?
There's our sinner.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh, the number one.
Jesus had to spend an extra day on the cross because of Juanita.
An extra day.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about it.
What's up?
So I got a question for you four.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you borrowed money from someone and you bought lottery tickets. And that lottery ticket happened to win, let's say, $100,000.
Whoa.
Are you obligated to pay that person that you borrowed the money from any part of that lottery money, or are you just obligated to pay them the money back?
Money back.
Money back.
Money back.
For sure.
But if you're generous, give him a little bit.
Give them $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. Yeah, that question was posed to me before, and I didn't know how to answer that.
But that hasn't happened to you yet?
Oh, heck no.
Oh, okay. Well, remember who your friends are when it does.
Can you imagine if my sister Donna borrowed $10 from me and she did Powerball and won $1 billion? I would be salty. And Donna's living on a yacht in the Caribbean somewhere.
Blow that money so quickly on 20 cats. They're all going to have problems.
Their own
they're
yachts.
all going to be they're all going to have to be going to the vet constantly. You never see a dime of that money.
At that point, though, I don't even want the $10. I would just rather you give me nothing because I'm gonna be like, all I get is 10. However much.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so Juanita, thank you for the gift. By the way, I just got it this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. I can't wait for you to open it.
I haven't opened it yet. Juanita got me an engagement gift because I just announced really this week. Alyssa and I got engaged.
That's very nice.
Thank you, girl.
Have a good weekend. Love you, Juanita.
Weekend. Love you too.
Bye. No phone screener Friday. It's 651-989 KDWB, the only station in the world that has the nerve to take phone calls without screening them and put you on the radio. You're up next. What's your name?
Pam.
Hi, Pam. What's up?
Hi. I'm retiring today. Today's my last day.
Wow. Do you have a daughter named Lindsay?
I do. I was on the phone trying to get through to you guys and I heard it. Yeah.
Oh, yay. Happy retirement.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for the enjoyment that I've had listening to you guys. I don't know that I'm going to be able to hear you anymore because I'm not going to be up at 5:30 anymore.
I
I'm
understand.
sleeping in a little bit. At least for a while.
You can always listen to our podcast of a replay later in the show.
Yes. And I plan to check that out. I haven't checked that out yet, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now's your time.
What are you going to do now that you're retired? What's the plan?
Well, I don't have any real plans. I'm going to do some golfing. I'm going to try to learn how to play pickleball.
It's required, yes.
Damn, it's so fun.
I know. I can't wait. I got some painting I want to do, and I got 4 grandsons I'm going to try to spend some more time with them. So for the first year, I'll probably just hang out.
I get it. No, you kind of
too much.
You just kind of feel your way, and you'll come into your groove.
Congrats.
Thank you, Pam. Thanks for listening, and happy retirement.
Thanks, guys. It was really fun listening to you, and I wish you well.
I feel like we're dying.
That's very sweet. No, it's a big deal. It's such a big
nice
life
knowing
change.
you.
KDWB, a couple of more calls on No Phone Screener Friday. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, this is Anitra. I was just calling in. I've actually been trying to call in for a while, and I'm so excited to finally get through. Bailey, I just want to say to you that I am so impressed with you, and I've loved watching you blossom and grow into yourself. And just find your inner beauty. You are so beautiful inside and out. Aww. And I feel like in the beginning, you were a little nervous and everything, and I just love watching how much you have just blossomed and grown. So I just wanted to give you that little tidbit and just say that I've noticed and you look great.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm still nervous, but thank you. I love that. That's so sweet. Thank you, Anitra. Aw.
No problem.
That's very sweet. Yes, thank you.
I paid her to say that.
I was tempted to make a joke here about, you sure you're talking about Bailey and not Jenny? But I let it breathe.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Me too. I was going to be like, what if she said April Fool's at the end?
Not everything has to be a joke.
Yeah.
You guys.
You guys.
All right, couple of more calls. No Phone Screener Friday. What's your name?
Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. What's up?
I have to tell you about the coolest gift I just got from my coworkers. I won't say the name of the company, but they sent me a mini piñata filled with candy because I couldn't go on a work trip with them. And it was like the funnest thing just to have to break.
A mini, how'd you break it?
It comes with a little stick, like a little hammer, and it's a teeny piñata, and then candy falls out. It was the best.
When we say teeny piñata, give me some measurements on that. How big is this?
Probably like less than a foot tall, like 7-8 inches, maybe 4 inches wide. Yeah, it's super cute. It was the best thing.
That is cool.
With them, so super cool.
Huck it against the wall.
And they gave it to you because you missed a work trip?
I got sick and I couldn't go on a work trip with them, so they got me a get well soon to take my anger out for not being able to go.
Sounds
like a good company.
A Mexican restaurant or something? Why was it a piñata?
I don't know. They just found the company somehow. It was really cool.
Nice. Cute. Love.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Last call on No Phone Screener Friday. That's you. What is your name?
Kathy.
Hi, Cassie. What's up?
So I just wanted to kind of vent here today because I went to a hotel last night with my 2-year-old and my husband, and there were just a lot of parents that do not watch their children in the pool.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they have a little slide at this pool we went to with the kiddie, splash area, and there was a little baby, I want to say about 1.5, and he was just standing there, and there's no parent around. I'm like waving to other parents and like pointing out, like, is this your baby? Is this your baby? Everybody's like, nope. So I picked the baby up because, I went into mom mode.
Yeah.
And this little baby is supposed to go down the slide in this pool, and I'm like, oh, nope. So parents, please watch your babies.
No kidding, especially around a pool. Who doesn't know that? That is a bad parent.
Right.
Wow.
What the heck?
It was just very frustrating, and my heart broke, and I was just like, I know parents want to have a good time too, and we all need that break, but...
You know what I thought you were going to complain about? I thought you were going to complain about a bunch of drunken hockey parents in the lobby. Because here's what hockey parents do. They go in the lobby of the La Quinta. There's the lobby. There's a table with a couch and a couple of chairs. They spread booze and pretzels all over the table. Mm-hmm. They get drunk and rowdy in the lobby of the La Quinta Inn. Mm-hmm. Then they go upstairs and they continue to stomp and snort and yell all night. Stomp and snort.
Gross.
That's what I thought you were going to complain about, but I'm glad that you went in and scooped up the baby.
So that's funny you mentioned that. We were actually there with hockey families. We're not a hockey family. We were just there visiting, but our group is very tamed and put together. So I'm glad that wasn't ours, but totally understand what you're saying about hockey parents.
They do. They take over the lobby of the La Quinta. Is it La Quinta or La Quinta?
La Quinta.
I don't know, honestly. I've never known. So.
You've never seen drunken hockey parents with Bacardi Limon spread out all over the table? It's like, have another Limon and diet. Hand me some of those Dots pretzels, June.
Oh, Dots pretzels are so good. There's butter baked into every bite.
Is that their slogan?
I don't know, but
that was
a commercial.
I was just saying, it should be if it isn't.
Call Dots up right now and sell that slogan to them. All right, thank you very much. No Phone Screener Friday on KDWB. It is Friday. It is Easter weekend. The Twins home opener is today. That's a big deal. There's a couple of other little things that are going on today. Let me just kind of list them for you. They're doing opening day breakfast at Target Field. It's going on now, but it's only got another hour or so to go. Easter egg hunt at the James J. Hill House over in St. Paul. That is on Saturday. That's tomorrow. The Hill House, if you've never been, that's cool.
It is cool.
Most kids in Minnesota took a field trip there at one time or another. Mm-hmm. It really is cool.
Yeah.
To look at how somebody that was as rich as it gets 120 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. Omnifest at the Science Museum is going on through Sunday, and the Wolves host Charlotte on Sunday at Target Center, and the Frosts are hosting Vancouver over at the G-Spot over in St. Paul. And right now on KDWB, Vaunt is not going to stir the pot. No, Vaunt is going to do Feel Good Friday.
I love this story because we've been talking about cassettes, and last week I talked about how my grandma has a bunch of physical media. There is a public library that helps people in the community rescue old family tapes VHSs and whatnot. They have this free access to a computer system that converts VHS tapes. Is it Betamax?
Betamax, yeah.
I've never said those words in my life. Betamax cassettes, photos, slides, and films into digital, modern digital files. And I think that's so convenient because now you can relive all your 2-year-old birthday party. I don't remember a thing about my 2-year-old birthday party. I bet you my mom or grandma has it on tape, though, and now I can watch it on my computer, like a little MP4 file. We need to make this a thing in more public libraries.
I like that it's in a library because I've seen those places as like a business where they'll transfer all of your stuff over. And I always thought, if my life ever gets too much and too difficult, I would work in one of those places.
And that's why this library did that. They said that they know there's a bunch of like commercial services that's like $30 per tape or something like that. So go ahead and convert them. So they said now you can just rent a little, I guess it's a room that they have it in the library for up to 4 hours, not spend a dime, and you have all your memories literally on a flash drive. Which is very convenient.
That's so cool. We did that because our kids grew up in the tape era. VHS when Allison was little, and then like the 8mm whatever, I don't know what they were, smaller ones when Carson was little. But then your camera breaks or you don't have. How do you play them?
Yeah, you have no way to.
And so you got a VCR, but we had everything converted. What they converted to? Go ahead and guess. DVD.
Okay.
Yeah. Who has a DVD player anymore?
I know, it's so insane. I was talking last week when you were gone, Dave, about how when I went to my grandma's in Jersey, she had, all these old, all the above, tapes, VHSs, or tapes, DVDs, and physical photos of things that I never even knew existed, memories. And I was like, I love that. Of course, a grandma has this stuff.
Yeah. My dad has a lot of pictures too, and he's like doing his own kind of preservation, like this library, and has put all of these old pictures, super old pictures, onto his computer, and then it plays on one of those like picture frames that cycles through pictures throughout the day. I've not seen so many of those pictures, and some of them are me. Like, oh man, look at that! That's cute.
So more libraries.
I think that's cute. Yay!
More libraries should do this. That's Vont's Feel Good Friday.
Where is the library?
It's in Nashville.
Okay, is that right?
I love libraries. They're great.
Nowhere near.
What?
There is a growing opinion that libraries are not necessary anymore.
That's wrong.
What do you mean? Oh my
Libraries
gosh, I'm
are
on like
the best.
wait lists for months for books because people are using them.
All of the resources that a library can provide, and then more that you don't even know that they provide. A library is literally the best place in the world. I said it.
Yeah,
say it again.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just saying there is a growing movement that they cost money and they're not as necessary as they used to be.
I think they're necessary.
Fair enough.
They're great.
I'm going to do a birthday shout out. Okay. Happy 19th birthday, Emily Joan. I love you so much. Sweet Pea. That's from Mama. Thank you. It's kind of an annual thing. Thanks, you guys, Dave, Jenny, Bailey, and Vaunt. And then people are weighing in about hockey parents. Because I said hockey parents are the worst. They'll be in the lobby of a hotel, the La Quinta Inn. They'll take over the table, the couch, and the 2 love seats that are there in the lobby. They'll spread Dots pretzels and Bacardi Limon and Diet Coke all over the table. Drunk and rowdy, screaming, staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning. Then they go up in the elevator and continue the drunk and rowdy screaming. This is a text that says, I'm a hockey parent and I can confirm. Another one said, I work at a hotel and hockey parents are the worst. They're just having fun. I got nothing against it. I just don't want to stay at the same La Quinta that the hockey parents are staying at. All right, that is it for that on 101.3 KDWB. Oh, hang on. That could be the phone. Let me grab it here. I don't know who it is. Let me see here. Hello, KDWB.
Hey, Dad, it's me, Bernard, your son.
Oh, this old bit where Bailey pretends to be my dog, Bernie.
Well, I'm so excited that you're home from your vacation, Dad.
Yeah,
I had totally forgotten your face and the sound of your voice. It had been so long.
It had been about 10 days since I'd seen you, Bernie.
Listen.
How long is this bit going to go anyway?
Couple minutes.
Oh, boy.
Dad, I wanted to talk to you about something a little serious.
Okay.
Are you sitting down?
No, I'm not, but I'm okay.
Sit.
Okay. All right. I'll sit. Okay. Funny.
Good boy.
Okay.
Okay, Dad. I've been a little disappointed with how things are run around the house.
With what?
With how things are run around the house.
How things are run around the house. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to need some changes to be made. As you know, I got to run around a lot at doggy daycare.
You were at doggy daycare and you ran everywhere. It was so cute. Yes.
Yeah, to the point where I do believe I caught air and was actually flying like the giant dog in the Never-Ending Story or Air Bud.
Okay, well, maybe so. Yeah.
Are you familiar?
I mean, a little bit. Yeah. But what's your point? Yeah.
Well, I flew through the sky, Dad. I don't have proof of that, though. We'll check the footage. Anyway, I've been missing all my friends running around from daycare.
Yeah.
So Mom helped me log on to Craigslist and sign up to get something called an escort.
An escort
Wow.
on Craigslist.
Okay.
Do they still have those on Craigslist?
They were all listed under Ladies and Tramp. So, and I love that movie. I love that one.
I get it.
So I hired about 6 of them, and they should all be over this afternoon to run around in the backyard.
Escorts in the backyard. Okay.
Yeah, so can we order DoorDash?
No, I don't think so. No,
That's going to be expensive,
not likely. Not likely to happen.
I told the ladies and the tramps that we could get DoorDash.
Tramps. This bit should be over any second
Guess
now.
what, Dad? Guess what?
What?
I Labrador you.
I love you too.
Never leave me again.
Okay. Bye, Bernie. Bye.
Aw, that's going to be a full house today. You're going to be so annoyed with that many dogs running around.
This is the dumbest bit ever. But it keeps coming up on the show. We did something very interesting yesterday. We were talking about cheat codes, and I was like, what is a cheat code? And basically, it's another term for advice, a life hack for men to learn from women. For example, don't just sit around while she's doing all the work. Maybe you can plan the vacation. There were a bunch of these that we came up with.
Like, do the chore. Don't be told to do the chore. Plan dates and plan every detail. Don't call and ask like certain questions. If we say we don't care about what kind of food you're going to order for us, we literally don't care. There's no hidden message behind that. A lot of people said that who have kids, like it's not babysitting when you're the dad. Like help manage the kid's schedule. Moms like manage so much and it's exhausting. I don't know, Bailey, am I missing?
It was mostly like mental workload and everything.
A lot of
just
mental
like
work.
Stop being not having to ask for things and just doing it on your own.
Well, today we're turning the tables and we're like, we're not trying to attack anybody, but basically, if you're a guy, what do you want to tell women as a cheat code? What would you like to say? Okay, you know what? Here's what I would like you to do. I would say our minds work differently, but we're not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget that we're not stupid. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes Susan talks to me like I'm a 5-year-old. And it really is frustrating. She'll come over and be like, okay, make sure that you clean those crumbs up when you're done eating those cookies. And it's like, I know.
Right, you're not 4.
But maybe I frustrated her because, maybe so I would say one thing, don't treat us like a child, because even though we might have made a mistake or we'd be a little bit messy sometimes, we left toothpaste in the sink, we're not a child.
Mm-hmm.
So don't talk to us like a child.
I'll kind of go off of that one. Trust us to take care of stuff. Like there was one day my fiance Alyssa, she was like, I might need you to pick me up from work. I'll probably need you to pick me up from work. I showed up at her job and she was like, oh, I didn't think you were coming. I told you I'm going to come get you from work. So trust me that I'm going to do what I said I was going to do.
Okay. What do you, as a guy, what is your cheat code to make the relationship work? And I'll be honest with you, I don't know that we have a whole lot.
I'll give you another one.
What do you got?
I said men are simple creatures. I feel like, we're going to like what you make us for dinner. We're going to like the cologne you buy us for our birthday. It's very easy, I feel like, to please a man. Now, not every man is different, but I feel like most men, we're very simple creatures. You don't have to be like, are you sure you want this? Are you sure you want that? I promise I will like it. I'm glad you're feeding me.
I'm trying to think if there's like a little thing that's like a big thing. We do like it when you acknowledge our birthday. We do like, you might be 34 years old. It's like, 34 years old. You don't need an acknowledgement on your birthday. No, actually, we do like that. If you run down to like Byerly's and buy us a 7-layer bar for our birthday, I would appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little something.
I have a question for you both, because I think this is a love language thing. But I know like women like to be told that they're pretty. or that they look good or something. Like, you just got ready for a date and it's like, damn, girl, you look hot, whatever. Do you guys want that reciprocated? Do you want to be acknowledged for your sexiness?
Yes. Because honestly, it's true. It is true because we like to feel like we are still attractive. At one point, you found us attractive. We'd like to know that you still find us attractive. Like when I started working out hardcore at Snap and I was getting muscles, it really frustrated me that I didn't have anybody to show them off to. Susan didn't care. And I'd be like, look, do you feel those shoulder muscles? And she'd be like, well, do you see my shoulder muscles? I'm like, I just want some attention for having shoulder muscles.
Yeah.
So let us know that that's a good one. Let us know that we are attractive. Yeah.
I would say, you mentioned love language, physical touch, and that doesn't just mean intimacy. That doesn't just mean sex. Like, I love just sitting on the couch, and then Alyssa comes to sit on the couch and just puts her feet up on my legs because it lets me know that you feel so comfortable with me.
Yeah.
It lets me know that you feel secure enough to just hang, like we're chilling. I love that.
Do you like it when she puts her toes in your face?
See, that's a little different, Jenny. You always got to take it there.
I'll give you another one. Initiate the lovin'. I think a lot of the time it's up to the guy to initiate the lovin'. And I don't know that I've ever had, I mean, I've had a few, but some women, they do not initiate the lovin'. And sometimes it's nice to feel a little bit desired and seduced.
Yeah, I think that goes back to like compliment us a little bit. We have no problem as men leading in the relationship, but I think, tell us that you like our outfit or that you like our muscles or that you want to initiate intimacy. I think I'll now add another one in there. Say what you mean. I know yesterday you guys said like, oh, you don't want to have to say everything, but sometimes we can't read your minds. There's just some things, it's not a guessing game. And don't test us. Don't be like, oh, I was waiting to see if you would do this. Because then you use it against us and we're like, well, how am I supposed to know?
Okay, in defense of that one, it's not that we don't want to say what we mean. We just don't want to have to remind you all the time of everything that we want you to do.
Yeah,
so it's not like reading our minds. It's like, hey, can you please just do the things we've asked you to do without us having to tell you?
It's case by case.
So that's when it's like, we can't read your mind. Well, I've already told you a million times to do this.
Here's a text message. We're asking, like, what is a cheat code for a guy? Because we did ones yesterday for women. And let me tell you, there was an outpouring of cheat codes from women for guys. Today, it's a little bit sparse.
Right.
But what is a secret to a strong relationship? Here's one. If a guy says he's going to do something, give him a chance to do it. It doesn't have to happen on your exact timeline. I think that's kind of true, but as long as you do it, I think sometimes women will get annoyed because you have a habit of saying you're going to do something and not doing it. Like, I am going to clean out the garage. I am going to finish that project. Well, you've been saying that for 2 years.
Yeah. This one says, let me know you're proud. Let them know you're proud of them for completing difficult things you think you might have needed a professional for, and like praise them about it. It goes a long way.
Definitely true.
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
If he puts in a new garbage disposal and he seals it and it doesn't drip into the under the counter, under the sink, that's he's proud of himself.
Exciting. Yeah.
So make sure you say, hey, it's like a child that brings you a macaroni necklace. It's like, yeah, we want to hear that it's a good thing.
This text says, cheat code for women. If you're venting or complaining to us, try to preface with what you want the outcome to be, because we're going to try to fix it. But if all you want is moral support, tell us ahead of time.
And that kind of goes back yesterday, Jenny and Bailey, y'all were saying, when you vent to us about something, ask if you want a solution or comfort, right? Yep. Is that what you said? Sometimes I think as men, we just want to make sure that you're feeling good. So we jump to try to finding solutions.
Here's another one that we'll take a break here and see what you come up with. Vaughn said men are easy to please. I think that a little bit of appreciation goes a long way. My wife told me today, thank you. And I said, for what? And she said, for everything. That little bit made my day. So if the man is doing something well, let them know instead of just assuming that's what should have been done.
That's true.
Okay.
That's so true.
Let us know if you got one. Send me a text at KDWB 153921. Cheat codes from men to women to make the relationship better. I still love that song. I never got bored of that song. I could put that on like eternal repeat in my car or on my iHeartRadio playlist.
Yeah.
And I would never get sick of that song. Good story, Dave. Good story. Good story. One more cheat code. We were talking about cheat codes from men to give to women to help the relationship. If another man is staring at the girl, your man sees it. Trust me, nothing will let him know that he's only yours, like showing PDA in those situations. Step closer to him. Put your arms around him. Letting the other man know that you're taken. Your man will appreciate it, I promise.
It's so true.
It is. It's kind of a specific situation. So he means if you're like out at the bar at Applebee's and somebody is staring at the woman, then what the husband will really like is if she's like, I'm already taken. And then she like snuggles up to you and gives you a little kiss.
It's so true. If somebody flirts with Alyssa or like looks at her almost every time she goes to the grocery store without me, and I'll be like, so what'd you do when he did that? She'll be like, oh, I just walked away. And I low-key be waiting for her to be like, I told him, no, I'm taken. And I'll be like, oh, you didn't say that? But now she got a big rock on her hand, so...
Well, we don't want to confront men in situations like that. That's the only reason she wouldn't say
I know,
that.
but
Alyssa would. She'd be like,
right.
Look at this.
Look at that rock.
Look at this.
All right, we're coming back in a second on KDWB. I found something that I want to share with you guys. And this is, I'm finding just the coolest stuff while I'm kind of cleaning out our house because we move, we're getting rid of stuff. But I wanted to share something with you that must have a story behind it, but I don't know the story. I'll tell you what I mean coming up, and I've even got a picture of it. I'll show you the picture, too, on my Instagram. We'll do that in a second. Stay here on KDWB.
The Twin Cities number one music station.
101.3 KDWB.
From the Arthur's Jewelers Weather Center, the best diamonds in the state.
Not the greatest weekend ahead of us, I'll be honest with you. Cloudy today with a chance of some afternoon rain showers, a high of 44. Tomorrow, cloudy with a chance of some afternoon snow showers, a high of 42. And then Sunday, partly sunny, a high of 45.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Make your next meal Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Right now, get a crispy chicken sandwich, regular or pepper jacked, for just $3.99. Feeding the crew? Grab an 8-piece bone-in fried chicken for only $9.99. And don't forget to dip it in Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken sauce. Short on time? Order ahead with the Quick Rewards app and make it fast. Stop in today for your No Ordinary Chicken. Crunch outside, tender inside. Only at Quick Trip.
It's Matt and Bowen. If you've ever had an opinion about a celebrity, a movie, or a random woman on TikTok, this podcast is for you.
Listen to Las Culturistas on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Vikings fans, you're on the clock. Join us at the Miller Lite Vikings draft party on April 23rd at US Bank Stadium. Experience nonstop entertainment and first-round draft coverage. Meet Minnesota Vikings players and legends. Catch performances from the Vikings cheerleaders, Skull Line, and much more. Don't miss out. Secure your tickets now at Vikings.com/draft party. That's Vikings.com/draft party. Skull.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
We're kind of in a time crunch.
As soon as possible. Now.
Fast.
More and more people are saying yes to a guaranteed cash offer on their house because speed is everything. Get your guaranteed cash offer and a fresh start today at chrislindahl.com.
Terms and conditions apply.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text EDGE to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-450-1807. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-450-1807 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-450-1807. 800-450-1807. 800-450-1807. How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
At Arthur's, it's say yes to a bigger diamond event. Get a complimentary diamond, a bigger center diamond with your ring.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
We have no accidents at this time. On 94, traffic slow eastbound from the Lowry Hill Tunnel to Hennepin-Lyndale. 94 slow westbound from Mound to 35E and westbound from 35W to Hennepin-Lyndale. On the crosstown, it's slow westbound from Tracy to Gleason. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Yard. One day only, April 18th. Don't miss the tent sale in Jordan at By the Yard. For one day only, you can save 20 to 50% off display sale items. Ready to take home today. Hurry. When it's gone, it's gone. By the Yard. Life is better outdoors.
Now streaming on iHeart TikTok Radio.
This week, we go behind the charts and discover the stories behind the biggest songs on TikTok.
Come get queen, I'm lit.
This emotion party, you cannot get in here.
Make life a little easier with Hacks on the 20s.
Commit to a workout with someone you're not close to.
Hear it all, plus more streaming now. Search for TikTok Radio on your iHeart app. Make it a preset and stay connected all day.
Whose joke can make you groan the loudest?
The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Oh, hi. Hey, it's 101.3 KDWB. It's Friday. Don't forget it's Friday. Don't forget it's Easter. Amen. What was your favorite thing to get in your Easter basket when you were a kid? The chocolate bunny, you bite the ears off?
No, the Reese's eggs.
No, not even. For me, it was Peeps, and then I grew out on at some point.
Peeps are so good. The Starburst jelly beans.
Yes.
Those are so good.
Yes, memory unlocked.
My mom would get me and my sister a bunny rabbit, like stuffed animal, and then we'd have it for maybe like a couple of weeks, and then they would disappear, and she would give it to us again the next year. She did that for maybe 3 or 4 years. And we never caught on until we were like, didn't we get this last year?
So smart.
God, Peeps bring back such a vivid memory of eating yellow, because they only had yellow when I was a kid, just yellow. There was no other color of Peeps.
Pink and blue.
No.
Makes sense.
And I think I just ate so many that I must have made myself sick, because I get a vivid memory of yellow Peeps. Anyway, happy Easter if you celebrate. Just an interesting, quick little story here. So I was at the state fair a couple of years ago, and there's a thing under the grandstand where they sell old books, but they turn them into journals. So they use the hardcover on the back and the front, the original hardcover, and then inside is some original pages of the book, but the rest of it is blank pages for a journal. So I found one. It's called The Call of the Canyon by Zane Grey. Mm-hmm. And you open it up inside, and there's the original inscription to Harry from Doris, 1942. And it says it was given to, and it's got the inscription here, Private First Class Harry Bozarth, and I can't quite read his name. It looks like 112th 1st Infantry, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, August 15th, 1942. Wow. And it makes you wonder, well, what happened? Did he survive the war? Did Harry marry Doris? Mm-hmm. Did they live a long, wonderful life? I'm sure they're both gone now because this was 84 years ago.
Yeah.
How did the book end up being given away? Did his kids go through his stuff and go, I don't want this old book, and they gave it away? Mm-hmm. Did they never maybe they never got married? And maybe Harry found this after the war and said, I don't want that book from Doris.
Right.
And gave it away.
And hey, it's gotten new life, though, because you bought it as a journal. Yeah.
If you want to see it, it's actually really cool. I put a little video up on my Instagram story, Dave Ryan KDWB, if you want to go check that out. And it ended up in a state fair booth where they make journals out of old books. And this one's inscribed from 80 years ago. Wow. But Maggie's got a story. What did you find? Tell me your story. It's not about a book. What did you find?
Hey, Dave. So I was at Goodwill, and I was over in the picture section, and I found one of those silhouettes. It's kind of like when you shine a light on a kid, and then you can kind of make a picture out of it for their head. And this one actually had a personal message, and it was to Mom, love Becky, and it was from 1995.
Oh. So it was some artwork that the kid did of sorts.
In school, probably.
Yeah, it was definitely like artwork that they gave to their mom, probably for like Mother's Day. I don't know. So I'm like wondering, how did it get there? So I felt kind of bummed. Like, why is it just sitting here in Goodwill? So I brought it.
Well,
home.
you think about, I don't want to cut you off, but you think about like, okay, so little Becky brought this home from probably school or church or whatever. How old does Becky look in this silhouette? Because I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the size of like an 8x10 with a little kid's head on
with
there.
Like black cardboard, construction paper. Yeah.
And it's like her from the side with her little nose and her little hair.
Yeah.
And then it says, what, to Mom from Becky?
Yeah, I love Becky. I mean, she had to have been like, I'm guessing like 6 years old. Like, it's a little cute little head. So I actually have it hanging up in my living room, and it's just like Becky hangs on my wall. She's part of my family now. It's just like keeping it alive,
I love that, because you never know what happened to little Becky, who would probably be about 35 years old.
Because that's 1995, not that long ago. So what happened? Why is her picture at Goodwill?
Why did maybe mom passed and they were going through mom's stuff and they're like, do you want this? No, I don't want this. Well, there's a story right there. Or maybe mom doesn't love, but here's what it is. Mom doesn't love Becky anymore.
Okay.
Becky is a drug dealer.
Oh, it's okay, because Maggie loves Becky now. She's in her living room.
Yes, absolutely. But no, she's just like a good girl in my heart.
That's very sweet. Because, you wonder, it's like the kind of the book inscription, like things that, I've given books to all of my kids. And whenever I give a book, I always, 100% of the time, I write from Dad to Beth and the year. Because if you don't, one day they'll wonder, where did I get this book? It means nothing to me. But if you have the book that said, like my book, I'd love to know the story behind a soldier, whether he died in World War II or whether we went on to found 3M or what the story is.
Purple Heart, maybe.
Purple Heart or whatever. So little Becky hangs in your living room and she's a part of your family.
Yes.
I think that's very sweet. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Maggie, for sharing your story.
Thank you.
All right, coming up on KDWB, they launched the Artemis 2 a couple of days ago. There's already a problem on board. And it's not good. Don't worry, it's not a fatal problem. It's not like it's going to, end the mission or anything, but it ain't good. And I'll tell you about it coming up next on You Can't Make This Stuff
For more
Up.
information about contests on this station, go to kdwb.com/rules.
From the Arthur's Jewelers Weather Center, the best diamonds in the state.
Not feeling much like spring this weekend. Today, it's going to be cloudy with some rain showers this afternoon, a high of 44. Tomorrow, cloudy again with a chance of some snow showers in the afternoon, a high of 42. And then Sunday, we'll at least see the sun, partly sunny, a high of 45.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Clean is good. I got home yesterday and Bernie, my dog, he's my buddy. He had a little goop in his eye. And, so I was like, okay, come over here. And I got him all cleaned up with a little warm washcloth. And he's so sweet. He let me do it. Clean is good. Whether it's your dog, your kid, your car's a mess, by the way. Goldfish crackers all over the place. And what's that sticky stuff in the cup holder? Zero Res doesn't do cars, but they can take care of your house. Whether it's the carpet, whether it's the tile, the grout, whether it's upholstery, whatever it is you want cleaned, Zero Res can do it. Area rugs are a big one. Jenny has an area rug that she's watching a dog, and the dog did his business on the area rug. And you do your best to clean it out, but you never really quite got all of it. That's why you got to get hold of Zero Res. Clean those area rugs. And right now they're doing a kind of a BOGO for different rooms. So if you do one room, they'll clean another room for free, and it's unlimited rooms. So if you've got 8 rooms in your house that need to be cleaned, that's a big home. Then you clean 4, pay for 4, and you get the other 4 cleaned for free. It's a temporary thing. It's not going to last forever. So call them now while you're thinking about it. 952-0-RES. Ask for the KDWB special.
Medical bills piling up. Insurance is ghosting me after the accident. Who is it?
Postman Law, injury and accident attorneys. We handle it all. Postman Law delivers peace of mind. Visit postmanlaw.com. Attorney advertising.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Today through Sunday. Canterbury Park Event Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Canterbury Park Event Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
At Rasmussen University, not only can you pursue your education goals with dedicated support, but when you get started on campus, you could qualify to pursue them with a new laptop. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Not sure how to tackle your taxes? Are you sweating the small print? You may be experiencing FOMO, the fear of messing up. The answer? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. It's time to take your taxes to the max. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
This hour brought to you by Top Dog Law. Call them for any accident, big or small. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. Whoa!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Save on mains for your Easter celebration at Whole Foods Market. Get 30% off bone-in spiral cut pork hams with Prime through April 7th. As always, there are no antibiotics ever. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Topline Financial Credit Union. Member owned with competitive rates and fewer fees. ToplineCU.com.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
We have no accidents at this time. On 94, traffic slow westbound from 35W to Hennepin-Lyndale, and eastbound 94 slow from the Lowry Hill Tunnel to Hennepin-Lyndale. 35W has ongoing construction in both directions between Highway 13 and Black Dog until May. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Before you hide the eggs, fill your basket with all the high-quality ingredients at Fresh Time Market. From cage-free eggs to delicious ham and lamb to ripe strawberries and pineapple that'll make your Easter brunch or dinner shine. Fresh Time Market has everything you're craving.
Live on YouTube every morning. The Dave Ryan Show is streaming now. Search Dave Ryan TV and subscribe.
All right, we are live right now on Dave Ryan TV. You can go check us out if you want to. And right now, we do this every Friday, kind of a fun thing, a little informative. We have Stephanie come in. Stephanie, I found her on Instagram a year or two ago, and I said, Stephanie, you seem to know about things that are going on in the Twin Cities over the weekend. You want to be on the radio? And Stephanie's like, who is this? And
Dave Ryan? Dave Ryan? The.
So every Friday, Stephanie comes in to kind of fill us in on things that are maybe a little off the beaten path. Like we know the Twins home opener is today. Stephanie doesn't need to come in and tell you about that.
True.
But there's
Very
other
true.
things. So
Yes.
what's going on this week and this month?
This weekend is kind of boring as far as like talking points go. You know, we're on the radio. We need to make it entertaining. So I thought I would do like a brief overview of April.
Oh,
if
okay.
that's all right with you.
Please do, yeah.
Number one. Did you know that at the Mall of America they use ladybugs instead of pesticides on their plants?
I did know that. Yeah.
Right.
Well, they've released like thousands of ladybugs.
Crazy fun fact about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're doing that on Tuesday. This Tuesday.
The big ladybug release.
The ladybug release. You can sign up, volunteer to help them with that. I don't know if it's like epic. I wish there were videos so you could see. Dang. But you just let there's 30,000 plants there and they use the ladybugs to keep them up. So that's happening at 6 a.m. at the Mall of America.
Well,
on
I'll
Tuesday.
be here.
Yeah,
Dang it.
Bailey can't go to that
I
one.
literally just Googled Ladybug Release Volunteer Mall of America. Dang
Yes. Yeah, and then you can find it just like that if you want to participate. Got to get up early, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime.
I think so. Or once a year. You know?
Yeah, once a year.
All right. And then number 2 is the St. Paul Art Crawl. It goes for 3 weekends. So if you don't have anything to do in April, you can go check this out. This is going to kind of kick off like art fair season with like, you know, buy some art, check out live music, have some food.
Nice.
Starting on the 10th. So that's like next weekend. And it goes through the end every weekend, Friday through Sunday. Different areas are doing different things and whatever else. You can find the whole event schedule on the St. Paul Art Collective's website.
Amazing.
300 artists.
Jeez.
Should be fun.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And then mid-April, number 3 is, remember the book fair for grown-ups, Dave?
Yeah, it was so huge that I couldn't get into it. Allison and I drove over to the fairgrounds. The line was literally probably a half a mile long.
Yeah, it was long. I was there. So they're redoing it. The person who used to do the events at Inbound has started her own company, and she's taking this book fair back to the state fair. She teamed up with someone from Twin Cities Con to like improve the process and get the line shorter.
When something's too popular,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a traffic jam.
Yeah. So-
It wasn't anybody's fault. It was just too popular.
8,000
not enough
people
space.
went to that. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're spreading it out over 2 days. They're moving it to the grandstand, which is like twice the amount of space.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So they've got, 200 artists.
When is that?
That is April 18th and 19th from 11 to 5 both days.
Okay.
It's like $10 to get in for one day, 18 for both days, and then you have like a VIP option too. So
Okay.
they do have some like big name authors coming, like the author of Ella Enchanted, and because of Winn-Dixie and My Teacher is an Alien, like these authors are going to be like paired with bookstores for signing. It's going to be big. So
They should have Dave Ryan out there with his book, Little Dave's Amazing Day.
Okay, wait. Do you want to get him because I know who does these?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to her.
Yeah, talk to her. I'd love to get in.
She's
Yeah.
obsessed with you, so.
Oh
she
my
will
God, I'd love to
definitely
do it.
figure
Sure, yeah.
out.
Little Dave's Amazing
That'd
Day.
be so fun.
Yeah, remind me. For
Okay.
sure.
Number 4 is an annual thing at the Minneapolis Institute of Arts. It's called Art and Bloom. So they take like the permanent pieces in the museum. And floral artists come in and make like bouquets, arrangements, or whatever, inspired by that piece. So that is happening on the 23rd to the 26th. It's free to get in, and they'll have kind of like kids' activities and stuff going on. So
yeah, cool.
That's happening at the MIA. And then the last thing I have for you is the Tulip House. You know the Tulip House, Dave?
Yes.
I do not.
Okay,
no.
there's a house in South Minneapolis. They have 20,000 tulip bulbs planted outside.
Wait, I thought it
It's
was
in
Lake
Uptown.
of the Isles.
Yeah.
It's South
Or is there
Minneapolis.
two different ones?
It's at Lake of the Isles because I've walked
What did
by
I say?
it all the time.
Well, anyway.
It's all fine.
20,000 bulbs, and you can just go stop by and pick it. It's pretty epic. But last year, it kind of made like the news headlines because they sold the house and the family pulled all the bulbs out.
Oh.
And people were like, no, not the Tulip House.
Yeah.
But I guess the new owners bought a bunch of bulbs, planted them last fall so they could, do their winter thing.
Okay.
And they're going to be back sometime soon, hopefully.
Ooh.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's cool.
I don't know if they bought 20,000 because that would be like an
It's a
investment.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's a
the
lot.
Tulip House is coming
When
back.
I walked by the Tulip House for the first time, just like going on a walk and being like, what's that over there?
It's happening.
Huh?
That's happened to me
What?
too because I was living in Uptown at the time and I was like,
Yes.
what is
What
this
is
beautiful
this?
garden?
Yeah.
And then I realized it was actually like a thing that some people knew about. But
Yeah.
that was like 8
It's like
years
one
ago.
of those
now.
weird
Exactly.
Minneapolis things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Tulip House. You don't know what that is?
Yeah, you can
so.
see the Tulip House and then also go look at that giant pencil
Yeah.
in the same walk.
Yeah, very close to each other.
Mhm.
Right, Dave?
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you.
No problem.
You're all going to be online. You're going to put them on your Instagram.
I did. I dumped them all to make sure if somebody wanted the info, they could find it right now.
Okay. And check into the book. It's a book,
I will.
adult book fair.
I will.
Because I would love to sell more
That
copies
would
of
be
that
so
book.
funny.
I still got some copies.
How many
to sell.
copies do you have on hand? Because I'm sure it's going to sell out.
40,000 copies. I
Jeez.
overestimated the demand.
Only by a few.
You didn't throw them in the dumpster when you moved with
40,000.
the purging?
No, they're all in storage.
Okay.
So
but
no,
it's why Susan, anytime he goes to an event, Susan sends him with a box and was like, get rid of these.
get rid of them. The other book is sold out. There's only used copies available.
You have two?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Take a shower, show up on time, and don't steal anything is my
sounds
first
like a
book.
great book.
And that book's sold out. The only way to get them is like on the used market on Amazon.
eBays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw like 17 of them at Goodwill the other day.
And you know that's the only place you can get them.
Getting rid of them.
Shush it. Shush it. Thank you, Stephanie. Find
you,
Stephanie
David.
online, Stephanie.Rosner, Rosener,
Great job.
on Instagram. Have a good weekend, Stephanie.
You too.
We'll be back in a second. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to play Sabrina Carpenter on 101.3 KDWB. not 100,000 fans, and they got everything from like, I don't know, whatever you want to do, whatever your skill set, whatever your time available, they really need volunteers for the Special Olympics. And this is a big, huge deal. So I got a website for it. I'm going to put it up. I'm put up a link up a little bit later on the social medias. It's 2026usagames.org/volunteer. And do I expect you to remember that after one time? No. But if you go to 2026, let me find it again for you because I've already forgotten. 2026usagames.org/volunteer. Bree and I are counting on you to volunteer. So if you're looking for something, and it's in June 20th through 26th at the U of M and the National Sports Center up in Blaine. 3,000 athletes and 1,500 coaches from all 50 states, including Vermont. In case you were curious whether Vermont is included.
Okay. Yeah. Are they not athletic there?
Well, no, a lot of people wonder whether Vermont is coming.
Got it.
Well, I'm glad they are. I was worried.
I know you were. So thank you. One more time. And I'll put a link up a little bit later on. I'll remind you. 2026usagames.org/volunteer. And you'll do something very wonderful for people, and you'll have something to do. So go check it out.
101.3 KDWB.
You can make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
This story is fascinating to me. There was a girl that disappeared in Arizona back in 1994. She was 13 years old, and she disappeared in Arizona. She left her home to walk to a nearby stable where her horse was kept, and she never showed up at the stable. She never came home. She was 13. This was 32 years ago. Guess what? The cold case unit found what happened to her. But the sad, weird thing is she's fine. She's alive. But they won't tell us where she was.
Not yet.
Yeah, because I guess she wants her privacy, but you don't know. I mean, all of the resources and all of these things that they looked and for months and months and months, and they never found her, never found any trace, no leads, and then the case went cold. But you got to figure some adult had something to do with it, because a 13-year-old can't survive on their own. Mm-hmm. So some adult helped her, or her mom took her away from her dad or grandparents or something like that. I just thought it was really interesting.
And you would think okay, yeah, some adult helped her, but then, I mean, she's been an adult for years and years and years. So how is it right now that, and also how did they find her? I'm interested to see the documentary that's made about this eventually on Hulu, probably. Because I just want to know how did you find her? How did you know it was her?
They confirmed it somehow with DNA, I guess. Right. So there should be more. So also the Artemis 2 on its way to the moon, the toilet stopped working.
Oh no.
For 6 hours. They weren't sure they could fix it. But luckily, after some troubleshooting, NASA confirmed toilet is go for use. So not really sure exactly, but I guess what somebody described it as, they said in zero gravity, airflow is what makes a toilet work. So the fan broke, and one of the astronauts had to use a backup bag instead. But they got out some needle nose pliers and a wire stripper, and they were able to fix it. So
how long are they going to be on this?
They're like 10 or 12 days.
Okay, so yeah, they definitely needed to get that toilet fixed pretty quickly.
It's still so interesting. I don't know. A lot of people are like, whatever. But I think it's so interesting. So the toilet is now working on Artemis 2.
Well, at least their toilet's working.
Yeah, yours is not?
Mine continues to be a piece of garbage.
Did you try the fan?
The fan on the toilet?
Yeah, well, you get some needle nose pliers and a wire stripper, and you take that taken care of.
The fan on the toilet? What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to check for one later.
Dave's Dirt is brought to you by the Leo Agency. GoLeo.com. Is that what it is?
ChooseLeo.com.
ChooseLeo.com. Okay. We'll come back in a second with Dave's Dirt next on 101.3 KDWB. All your showbiz news and movies opening up this weekend. Things to stream and watch and binge. All next on KDWB. Dave Sturt on KDWB Easter weekend, and here's a list of Easter movies for your whole family to watch. Saw.
What?
Saw 2. Hostel. Hostel 2.
You're the
I'm
worst.
joking.
Jeez.
You ever see that movie Hostel? You ever see Hostel?
I think.
Never. I
Probably
won't watch any of those movies.
the most gory, over the top.
No. Never.
Yeah. Okay, so here are actual movies that you can watch with your kids. It's The Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown, Peter Rabbit, Hop, Here Comes Peter Cottontail, Rise of the Guardians, The Prince of Egypt, Winnie the Pooh, Springtime with Roo, The Easter Bunny is Coming to Town, Yogi the Easter Bear,
Jeez.
and An Easter Story.
Gosh. Some of these sound kind of like garbage movies.
An Easter Story?
Yeah.
Yogi the Easter Bear? It does sound like garbage. You're right. But they're family friendly.
Prince of Egypt is a good movie, though. That's got a banger soundtrack.
No
to it.
Hostel. Hostel's so great. The drill scene.
I'll pass.
I laughed until I cried.
Oh, it literally gave me like the chills just now because I hate that stuff so much. All right, well, Florence Pugh is dating a man named Finn Cole. Not many people know of him, but if you watch Peaky Blinders, you might, because he is in that. They appeared on the red carpet at an industry event recently, and she did post photos of them together on social media. There were rumors sparked that they were together 2 summers ago already when they were hanging out at Glastonbury, which is a music festival. And 2 years later, I guess she finally was like, all right, I'm good. I'll make it Instagram official with Finn Cole.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is coming out, and it's forecasted to earn $180 million through Sunday, which is a lot. Rotten Tomatoes audience score on that one right now is at 90%, and they say to stay through the credits because there's a secret mid-credit scene.
I love that.
Followed by a second sketch at the end of the movie credits. So stay through all of the credits. I was planning on going to see Project Hail Mary tonight with regular guy, but now we might go to the freaking Twins opener. I don't know which one I want to do.
You got
Do you think, will they actually hold the Twins opener? Will they call it because of like cold weather
I doubt
and rain?
they'll call it.
No, I think they usually still do it if it's...
Yeah.
Well, but then they have to like make sure that they got to put the little tarp out.
Yeah.
Make sure the mound is good. So I don't know.
I don't either.
Guess
Well, we'll
who is dropping new music? Olivia Rodrigo. She's been teasing it for months and officially announced her third album. Comes out June 12th. It's a long title, longer than her past ones. It's called You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. But she put on Instagram that she's so proud of this record and that there are various vinyl copies, CDs, and cassettes available for purchase. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking for some heartbreak music this summer. I'm here for it.
Also, everything she does is really good.
In my humble opinion. Objectively, it is. But I just love the heartbreak stuff for no reason.
Kylie Kelsey was being asked questions, and she kind of lost it. Somebody asked questions about Taylor and Travis's wedding. Now, remember, she doesn't want to answer those questions, so she kind of lost it.
Quit asking me and my mother-in-law about upcoming nuptials. Nobody's telling you anything. I don't have any details.
When are they getting married? Where's that going to be?
Tell me about
what are you going to wear? Yeah. She didn't know anything, or at least claims not to.
I wonder if they get sick of like being associated with Taylor Swift at this point or not.
Right.
I highly doubt they do because it's Taylor Swift. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but all people overshadow you and they just care about Taylor.
Well, yeah, you would be like, well, I want to talk to me about my new website or talk to me about my new business venture. And so, sure, have you talked to Taylor Swift lately?
Honestly, it's a lot like us working on the Dave Ryan show.
Yeah,
every single person's like, what's Dave like?
So where's Dave?
What do you tell them when they say, honestly,
He's a bitch.
What do you tell them when they say what's Dave
he's
like?
got this like boil on his neck that you can never really see, but it stares at me the whole show.
You can't avert your eyes at all.
No, not from
So you
this
get used
boil.
to it eventually.
It's like an ooze and a pus.
There's an oozy kind of pus.
Yeah, kind of drips.
And it drips.
down
and
your pant leg, and
it
it
doesn't matter
sticks
because
to you.
I don't know them anymore, or whatever you say.
All right, we're done. Thanks, friends of mine.
You're welcome.
Coming up on KDWB, we got a brand new song we want to play. It's brand new One Republic. And I kind of want you to stick around for this one because I really like it. And I think you're going to like it too. And I think we've discovered some new music, and you'll hear it next on KDWB.
Find Weather Girl Jenny on Instagram @Jenny.